Hello friends, welcome to the assessment series 19 on Sino-Vietnamese War. Friends, the questions in this series are based on the information from a video by Edward O'Dowd. Friends, please watch the video before attempting the questions. Friends, I have tried to make understanding military history easier for you all. Please share with your friends, like and subscribe. Now let's get started with the assessment series 19. Under the assessment series 19, the first question states, how did the establishment of the 5th Corps and the reconfiguration of forces around Lang Son impact the defensive strategy of Vietnam during the China-Vietnam War? Under this, the subparts are, how did the creation of the 5th Corps contribute to the overall defensive capabilities of Vietnam in Military Region 1? Next part, what specific roles did the division within the 5th Corps play in the defense of Lang Son? And next, how did the positioning of the 5th Corps near Lang Son influence the tactical decisions made by Vietnam? Next question. Question number 2 states, what were the strategic implications of the additional corps movement in the northern theater of operations during the China-Vietnam War? Under this, the subparts are, Part A, how did the establishment of or movement of additional corps in the northern theater enhance Vietnam defensive posture against the Chinese invasion? Part 2, which states what specific objectives were these additional corps tasked with during the conflict? And next part, how did the presence of these additional corps affect the overall battle dynamics and the Chinese military operational planning? Question number 3, which states, how did the consolidation and expansion of the Vietnamese military forces, including changes in the conscription criteria, contribute to the defensive capability of Vietnam during the China-Vietnam War? Under this, the subparts are, Part A, what were the reasons behind Vietnam's decision to expand conscription instead of relocating troops from Cambodia during the conflict? Next part, how did the introduction of new conscription criteria impact the quality and readiness of the Vietnamese military forces? And Part C, which states, what role did the expanded conscription campaign play in addressing manpower shortage and bolstering the overall strength of Vietnam defenses? Question number 4, which states, how did the Vietnamese defensive preparation in Lang Son, despite being outnumbered, contribute to their strategy during the 1979 Sino-Vietnamese War? Under this, the subparts are, Part A, what specific defensive measures did the 3rd PAVN Division undertake to fortify Lang Son against the Chinese attack? Part B, how did the historical experience and engagement of the 3rd PAVN Division influence their defensive strategies? And Part C, despite being outnumbered, how did the commitment to the defensive preparation demonstrate the determination of the Vietnamese forces? Next question, question number 5, which states, how did the Chinese attack plan for Lang Son reflect a comprehensive and coordinated strategy during the 1979 Sino-Vietnamese War? Under this, the Part A, What were the specific objective of each Chinese division assigned to attack Langson? Next question. How did the multi-pronged approach adopted by the Chinese military aim to isolate and weaken Langson strategically? And next question. What logistical consideration were evident in the Chinese attack plan and how did they influence the overall strategy? Question number 6, which states, what were the implications of the command structure and leadership dynamics, including the involvement of political figures on the Chinese operations during the 1979 Sino-Vietnamese War? Under this, the subparts are: Part A, how did the clear command hierarchy with Zhu Jiu as the operational commander and Deng Xiaoping providing oversight influence the decision-making process within the Chinese military? Next part, what role did Deng Xiaoping involvement play in bridging the gap between military and political leadership during the military campaign? And C, how did the strategic expectation of a quick and smooth invasion as believed by Deng Xiaoping impact the planning and execution of the Chinese military operations? Question number 7, which states, how did the Vietnamese defensive plan emphasize on strategic positioning, reserve deployment, and combined arms approach reflect an adaptive and proactive response to potential Chinese military incursion during the 1979 Sino-Vietnamese War? Under this, the Part A, which states, how did the strategic positioning of the 3rd Division and specific regiment assignment demonstrate proactive measures to anticipate and counter potential Chinese incursion from different directions? Next part, what role did the deployment of reserve force represented by the 2nd Regiment within Langson play in maintaining strategic flexibility and readiness to respond to evolving battlefield conditions? And Part C, in what way did the integration of supporting elements like artillery regiment and local force battalion into a defense plan exemplify an adaptive approach to leverage combined arms capability against the enemy threat? Friends, here we come to the end of part 19. Please check the answers of the assessment series 18 in its comment section. Friends, please try to answer these questions in the comment section. Please like, subscribe and hit like button and share among your friends. Thank you and stay tuned.